I went to this funeral. It was my friend's grandpa died, so I had to go to the, and he was like 90, so it wasn't like that big of a bummer. It was like sad, it was like sad, but no one was like, like no one was like, oh, he had so much to, like he had nothing. So he just, he could forget and be mad, like he could fart. So he farted and then died. And I went to this funeral, and my friend's Jewish, and I'm not Jewish. I'm from North Dakota. We didn't have it. We had other stuff going on. We didn't figure out Jewishness yet. And I remember like being in North Dakota, like learning about World War II, and I was like, fuck, that sucks. And then I moved to New York, and I was like, did any Jews die? No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. They died. He died. This was one that died, and I was there, and I had to go, and I didn't know what to expect at like a Jewish funeral. This is what happens if you're not Jewish and you go to a Jewish funeral. I'll let you in. Is anyone Jewish that can back me up on this? Okay, you're Jewish. Okay, so if I get anything wrong, just correct me. All right, but this is what I think is all of them, right? Okay, so I'll look at you. So right when you get to the funeral, if you're not Jewish, I wasn't Jewish. I was trying to blend in. I was just standing. And there's one guy whose job it is to find the not Jews, like the not Jewish people. That's his one job, and he found me like immediately because I didn't have like the circle hat, the circle hat. I don't know. I didn't have one of those. And he had like a bag of them. He had a bag of the hats, and they were stacked like Pringles. And he came up to me. And he took one out of the bag, and he came up and he was like, out of respect, when we bury the body, you need to be wearing the hat, so when we bury him, he can get into heaven. Because God is like, are they wearing hats? Like God. But yeah, when you die, God's like, I see his hair, what's happening? So, and I'll put on a hat. I put on a hat, I don't care. I had a cap, but that's not the right hat. I like put it on, and I put this one on. And then I guess the guy, I don't know, I thought you had to be Jewish. Okay, so this guy like thought I felt weird about the hat, because he like, this was weird. He like leaned in so only I could hear him, and he was like, dude, this was so weird. He was like, look, I know it's weird, all right? He was like, I know it's weird. I'm Irish Catholic, so I get it. And I was like, dude, don't bring me into this. Like, what? Dude, don't. Because he was basically like, look, we'll talk shit after. Put on the hat, let's bury this. Like, he was like one down, like he was like tapping. But he didn't go over there immediately. Like right after he said that, he went and stood, and when you can tell someone's looking at you and they want you to look at them, so then you look at them and they're like one of them. He wanted me to do the tongue out thing, but I didn't want to look at him. I didn't look at him the rest of the time. and then the next part of the funeral is, so the next part is the rabbi. He's like the leader. And and he like gathered all of us around, and so the body's here, we're like all looking at it. And then he started singing. He like opened a book and started to sing. And he shouldn't sing. That guy should not sing. Like, I don't know. Dude, you ever hear someone sing and you're like, who's this for? Is this for you? Like you didn't practice. But you can't boo him. You can't boo this guy because it's like a funeral. So you gotta be like, dude, my phone said, can you Shazam this? What is this song? I like this version of this song. You just gotta go with it. He was bombing, and then the last part of the funeral, this is the last part, is we buried the body. Did you bury the body at the funeral? Oh yeah, that's what happened. So what happens is you form a line, and you take the shovel, and you flip it to the back of the shovel first, and you do that 3 times. For every letter in Jew. I don't know. There's something. It could be. I don't know. So you do that, and then you flip it to the front, and then you just do as much dirt with the front as you want. That's what happens. So you start with the back, and then you go to the front. And I had to go, and I was first up. I couldn't because I was just closest. I wasn't like no pun. I was just first because I was close to the body. So he handed me the shovel, and I was like, "Thank you, Father," or whatever, And then I was like, "Give me a J," or whatever. Then I flipped it, and I started going. And I never buried a guy before. I was like, I don't know. I guess I'll get his feet. No one wants to get the feet. Let's start on the feet. That's respectful, right? No one wants to. But then I was like, oh, maybe I should get the head, because I'll get the head and I'll get the bottom. I started going, I was just like, I guess I'll get the stomach and then I started to realize, because I was like too busy thinking, I was like, what? I realized I'm doing way too much dirt. Like, dude, it looked like I did it, you know, I was like, I told you what would happen, David, if you were a classroom. So that's what happened. He can back me up on that. That's what happens.